So I'm going to go over details about how I want this Sound to Sea assignment structured. You're proposing a law. So let's look at some ways that laws are drafted. They're written in Roman numerals. So you're going to have two overall Roman numerals because there are two overall concepts you were asked to address when creating a law concerning barrier islands and protecting them. So Roman numeral number 1, you can write down in minutes, will govern development of human structures, like businesses, hotels, or homes. Roman numeral number 2 is going to govern the protection of important ecosystems. And then from here, you'll give your A and B. So we're going to get more specific about the development of human structures. You can divide human structures or building human structures on these barrier islands into areas that are safe to build and areas that are unsafe to build. So who can break it down based off of what we learned on the warm-up too? What are the safer areas to build something on these islands, and what are the unsafer areas to build on these islands? Betsy?
It's unsafe to build on or close to
Okay, unsafe will be your beachfront, yeah, because of longshore transport. And when we did those diagrams, what part of the island is being washed away? The northern part or the southern part? The northern. So beachfront and northern sides. And then B, safe areas to build. The interior. Are there really waves in the Sound area, in the salt marsh?
No.
Nope. So do you deal with longshore transport there? Nope. So the interior and the Sound side are your safer areas.
Is that what we should talk about?
So yeah, these are the two areas that you need to come up with laws. Question?
Doesn't the island eventually get to become a part of the land though, so wouldn't the sound be beyond that?
Yeah, technically they're all unsafe because the whole island is shifting. But you have, so we'll do unsafer.
Teachers, again, pardon the interruption. At this time, any senior who is still in need of their cap and gown individual picture to be retaken, please report to the gym lobby at this time. Thank you.
All right, so unsafe areas. Now you need to decide what your law will be about building here. You can do yes, you can build. No consequences, do whatever you want. Build all you want. It's your issue. Your house falls into the ocean and everyone dies, your fault. You can do no. You can't build. And you can do yes with restrictions. But regardless of what you believe, like if you err on the side of free market society, like I know Champion's erring towards yes.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You build it, your issue, you deal with it, yeah. Or if you err on the side of like heavier governmental controls, no, you can't build there because it's going to be unsafe, your house is going to fall on you, and I don't want Americans to die. You need to give your why. And this is where you're going to mention ideas of longshore transport. walls or groins. Beach nourishment. This is where I'll be looking for you to address those concepts that you should have learned. And then same thing down here, you have law, and you have an option to do yes, no, yes, with restrictions. And again, you need to give why. And with every law, your last major piece is the consequence of breaking that law. And it needs to be a legitimate consequence that you could assign. So no, it is illegal under the Constitution to give extreme punishments for minor infractions. You cannot dismember someone. You cannot give the death penalty.
I love the death penalty.
You're gonna die anyway.
Oh, all right. So, logical consequences. And they should match with whatever you believe is up here. All right, so now you have protection of important ecosystems. There are 2 ecosystems that you learned about on your trip, or that you may have learned about here if you stay here, that are by far more important than any other ecosystems on that island. What are they? The sound and the salt marsh are definitely one of them. The other one is where you have your turtles.
Beach.
Yep, beach and sound dunes. Specifically because there are a lot of endangered species that are found in these areas, like sea turtles. Law for that area. The laws for these should address 2 major things.
Take it away.
If you're watching this from home, we apologize for the break, but it's Zach's fault.
No, it's not.
All right, so protection of important ecosystems. Sound and the beach and sand dunes. Law 1 should govern recreation. What recreational activities are safe to do in this area? What are illegal? How will you protect the most important species found in these areas? And with the sound and salt marsh, you have, what's the important part of a sound and salt marsh? Why is it so important?
Because
Yep.
baby
It's kind of like a nursery for small animals.
Yes. Here's where you're. We apologize once again. Zach's fault once again. All right, so brackish water, you're going to talk about this being brackish water. And because of brackish water, both saltwater and freshwater species reproduce here. This is called the nursery of the ocean. Because it's also very protected. There are a lot of plants in this area. It's a very productive area, so there's plenty of food for these animals. Very rich nutrient area. So if you have extreme damage of them, then you have a ton of species in the entire freshwater and saltwater ecosystem disappearing. And those are at the base of a lot of terrestrial food chains, including human food chains. So governing recreation and pollution, like waste, dumping, and runoff. Will it be legal to dispose of waste and runoff in this area? And then down here, again, you're going to talk about recreation. What will be allowed, what will not be allowed, pollution. How will people be allowed to dispose of waste and runoff? And I want you to talk about threatened or endangered species. And that should cover everything that you needed to learn at Sunseed. Yes, ma'am?
So when you actually like write it, you're gonna have like the titles and stuff, and then like under it, like let's say like for A, the first one of unsafe, then you, after that one, you have to write like a paragraph or whatever about that,
Yep.
and then the I for law, like another
Yep.
little sentence.
Any other questions? All right, Zachary,
Yes.
whatever it is you're doing, you can end it.
All right.
And I need you to stitch together those videos on iMovie.
I'm not a technical geek